Hi, this is Mariano from MFabric. In this screencast I will show you how to build this dashboard using our new PubNub data source to display information about Bitcoin from the MtGox exchange. First we will start creating a new dashboard. Let's call it Bitcoin. We will use the Widgets app and the PubNub app to get the PubNub source. We click create and now we have our new dashboard. We go to design and we create a new source. Let's call it Bitcoin. We right click, go to settings, and we can see we have also the PubNub source. Click OK and we have the settings for the source. We can leave almost all of them by default, but we need the PubNub channel and the subscribe key. So we will take them. They are available on the MtGox API wiki. We take the channel, put it here, take the subscribe key, put it here. Let's call it Bitcoin and click OK. I think everything is alright, and here we have the information flowing. We can see it's quite a complex structure. We have some fields at the beginning, then a field called ticker that has several sub fields. That's the ones we are interested in, and we will start with the kind of easy one. We will plot the volume, so we will create a widget, a chart, because we will be plotting the volume over time. We select the chart type, leave everything as is, and we will need a transformer. So we right click, connect, do the same here, and on the transformer we go to the widget templates. For the chart we need at least a label and a field, so we do that. And the label will be some text that will say something like volume, and the value field, as we saw before, it's on ticker. Since it's a sub field from the ticker field, it's dot and then it's vol, and from that we want a sub field that's called value, so we separate them with dots. We click OK, and yeah, we're lucky. If we're lucky, we will have at the bottom the val field and the label field, and we can see that we are plotting it. But when we start our dashboard, it will take time before the dashboard populates, so we may want to load data at the beginning of the dashboard to have it pre-populated with recent data. So for that we will use our loader widget element that allows us to, if the source allows, to query for recent events. We will call it recent Bitcoin. We right click on it, settings, and we can select PubNub history, click OK, and do the same as before. The subscribe key over here, and we click add over here and pick up the channel. Let's call the user demo, and we say we want the latest 50 values of the source we are reading. Click OK, click OK again, and now what we will do is connect the recent loader to the hub and the Bitcoin source to the hub. We click on this connection and we cut it, and now we click connect the hub to the transformer. You will see why I'm doing this. If, for example, I close here, I put this over here, I will reload the page and it will load the latest 50 events. So now that we have this, we may want to have something like the buy and the sell values display the latest value. So we drag a new widget. Let's name this to avoid confusion, volume, and let's call this cell. Right click, settings, we select Gotch, I don't know how it's pronounced, so bear with me. Click OK, drag a new transformer, connect it from the hub. The hub is mainly for organization, because if we didn't have it, we'll have to connect these two to all the transformers and it will be a mess of connections. So we right click on the transformer, we go to widget templates, we see here that we need a label and a val, so let's use them. Move this here, and we need ticker.by.value or cell.value, and on the label we can use let's say text, let's say cell. Click OK, and we will have to wait until a new one comes in. Let's see. It seems it's not happy. Oh, I forgot something. We can see in these details the numbers are blue and bold and the strings are green and italic. So we are sending val as a string because it's green, but we should sending as a number because we receive it as a string. So we go again and we go to text, and we see here that we have a 2 decimal block. We put it in the middle here, and the next event that comes should be converted to decimal. Meanwhile, we will do the same for by. Create a new widget, label it, call it, select the correct type, click OK. Oops. Drag a new transformer, connect the transformer from the hub and to the widget, right click, settings, we will use again from the templates. In this case is ticker.by.value, and I'm forgetting again about the 2 decimal, and the label will be by. So we click OK. Now we see we had some new events on the other one. Let's see now it's a number, so it should be working. Yeah, we can see it's working. Now we have a lot of values, and this one will be a little bit more complex because we want to do it once and for all of them. So we will chart the other fields we have, that's high, low, average, let's say buy and sell. So we will need a new chart. Click OK, leave everything as is, connect again, and this transformer will be kind of complex, so pay attention. In the templates here we see we can have multiple outputs. That means for one event that comes in, we emit more than one event going out. This is achieved by setting the output field to be an array, on a list of objects. So for example, instead of as you can see here, setting the set field val and set field label, we can create an object with val and label and put it on the output and do it like that. So what we will do is we will just copy this, create a new list. So output will be a list of 5 items. Each of one is an object with 2 fields, label and val, like before, but because we are doing a chart, val and label. And the val will be, for example, ticker dot buy dot value, and name will be a string text, sorry, saying buy. So we will copy this 5 times, put it over here, and we will have sell high, average, low, and now we will have to change the same over here. And we click OK, and if everything goes well, once 14 here should be 5 here, as you can see. And you can see that the output is not just modifying what comes in, but creating new values. So we have only val and label, and we can see we have our chart here. So with this we can use our new feature called layouts and do something like this. We will move these two like this, and we have a dashboard showing the volume. Let's title them volume, call them prices, and we can do set view mode, so we have already a dashboard. Let's go for a final one, so you know, and I show you a new widget. This will, let's call it table, because it will be a table. Let's select that, and we will show the name, like buy, sell, high, average, low, and the value of the last one. So this one will be pretty similar to the one we did before. So this, we can see the table requires a value with a list with one item for each column, and a label specifying which row I'm referring to. So whenever a new value comes from an existing row, it will be replaced instead of appended. So for that we will do something similar to the thing we did before. Multiple outputs, we will use this one. We will create a new list with 5 elements, each of which will be have a label that will be used for to identify which row we are speaking, and the value is a list with the value for each row in that column. So each it will have 2 columns. Of course, all this will is explained in detail on Screencast specific for each widget. Now I'm going fast to show you how it's done, how you can build a dashboard from scratch using a real data source. So the second field will be something like ticker dot buy dot, and there's one, I don't remember the name, I think it's short value, and I will check now. And let me see, display short. See if there was an error, so it's displaying there because I left this kind of broken. By display short. Now we will copy it and make cell high, average and low. So if I did everything correctly, let's see. Let's reload. And it's displaying. Let's pick a layout that works better, like this one. Let's switch these two. Nope. And this one with this one. We use this layout. And we have our final dashboards displaying the prices for buy, sell, high, average, and low on a chart, volume, buy low in a gauge, and a table with the values. What I can do now, if you can see, the gauge is at the maximum because by default the maximum value is 100 and it grows the max as it see higher values, but the maximum value I've seen for Bitcoin is 1500, so let's change to that. If it sees values over 1500, it will set that as the maximum value, so that's not a problem. But now, compared to historical values, I can see the current value. So this is the result. I made an overview. The input is quite complex, so I have to use some of the advanced features of Fabric. But as you can see, it doesn't take too long to build a dashboard displaying real value from an exchange. It could be applied to any kind of information of this kind. I hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next screencast. Bye.